Hey friends, so today I'm finally going to be sharing an update video as promised. I hope everyone's been having a really fabulous fall. I feel like I have not talked to you guys in forever. We have been so crazy busy here and the weather in Maryland has been terrible. Today we're having remnants of a tropical storm, and then this coming week we might get a major hurricane coming up the East Coast, so we've been like in hurricane prep mode over here. But I definitely wanted to share an update video with you guys just because I really hadn't talked much about what's been going on in our lives for the past year here on YouTube. Now, if you follow me over on my Instagram account, then you probably already know everything that's going on. I share over there a lot more frequently, so if you want to keep up with me on more of like a daily, weekly basis, definitely recommend following me over on Instagram. I will put the link down in the description box. So I just post over there a lot more because as a busy mom, it's just a lot easier for me to just snap a pic or do a quick Insta story than it is to find time to film and edit an entire video. But it's the weekend, it's like Mama's day off, so I finally get to sit down and kind of share what's been going on with you guys. So I guess I should backtrack. Last September 2017, David and I found out that we were pregnant with baby number 2. And we had been trying, but just for a really short time. So we were super excited to find out that we got pregnant, and really quickly, because it did take us about, I would say, 9 months to get pregnant with Colton. So I got pregnant really fast and we were super excited, and went to the OB, and my HCG levels were way up. And so we were just thrilled. So we went to our 8-week ultrasound, which is when you're supposed to be able to see the baby for the first time. You should be able to see the heartbeat, so it's a really exciting appointment. So we went to the hospital, and the ultrasound tech was acting really strange, making me really nervous, and just basically said that all signs of pregnancy were there, but no signs of life. So I had the yolk sac, the gestational sac, everything, but she wasn't really sure if this was going to be a viable pregnancy. So I was shocked because obviously I had never experienced anything like that before. I was having all of the symptoms of pregnancy. I was already having morning sickness and nausea. And like I said, my HCG levels were really super high, which is a good sign to have high hormones. So anyways, she couldn't give me really any further information. I had to wait to talk to my doctor. Of course, we left that appointment feeling just super confused, really nervous. Of course, I started Googling, which is like the worst possible thing that you can do because there are so many horror stories out there, but I always like to kind of prepare for worst case scenario. And I'm kind of glad that I did, because about 2 days later, I would say, the OB called me and said that she was very concerned that I was going to miscarry this pregnancy. So I was just completely devastated. I mean, it was just like out of left field for me. And I know that early miscarriages are fairly common, but like I said, I had never experienced that before. It's so hard. I guess if you really haven't been through a miscarriage, there's no way to describe how it feels. But I just felt like my heart had been ripped out. Like I had already told my family, my close family. David and I had already told Colton, and he was so excited, and we had bought him like a shirt that said Big Bro, and he would talk to my stomach, and it was terrible. But David and I tried to stay optimistic because the OB did say that there was a chance that we could go back in a couple weeks and that, you know, they would see a heartbeat. So those 2 weeks were literally the longest weeks of my life. It was horrible. I pretty much cried for, I would say, like 14 days straight. Right before my follow-up ultrasound to see if there was a heartbeat, I ended up in the ER. I just started cramping horribly. My husband was at work, and I just called him and was like, you need to come home right now, because it was the worst stomach pain and pelvic cramps I've ever had, like way worse than a period. It felt like I was in labor. So I ended up going to the ER that evening, and they did do a detailed ultrasound and said that I had lost the pregnancy. So it was just, I'm gonna try not to cry, but it really was just the worst experience that my husband and I have ever been through. It was so hard. So I never even ended up making it to my follow-up ultrasound because obviously I got the news right there in the ER that the pregnancy was not viable. And unfortunately, for some reason, my body just was not recognizing the fact that this was no longer a viable pregnancy, and so it was just hanging on to everything. My HCG levels were still super high, really, really high. So I was still sick. And by this point, I was almost 11 weeks. And they don't like you to go too long with a failed pregnancy because of the risk of infection. So I ended up having to have a D&C at the hospital just right before Thanksgiving. I think it was the week before Thanksgiving in November that I went in and had surgery. And that was just a entire, like, physically draining, emotional, just rough experience. And I actually ended up back in the ER a week after the D&C with a large blood clot. I was in a ton of pain from issues with the surgery. So this all happened right around Thanksgiving time. So then it was the holidays and I was just not in the mood, like physically, emotionally. I just needed a break from everything, from social media, from YouTube. Just, I needed to get myself well and just spend time with my husband and Colton. So that is why I disappeared for quite some time. I just needed to heal. And I'm actually friends with some of you guys over on my personal Facebook, and I talked to you guys on Instagram. And so some of you all knew and sent me well wishes and prayers, and I just want to thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. I really, really do. So anyways, that was kind of what went on last fall and winter. Then this April of 2018, David and I found out that we are expecting again. So that was really exciting. But of course, I was also very nervous because I had just had a miscarriage a few months prior. So, you know, I didn't want to say anything or get too excited until we actually, you know, saw the heartbeat and could get a little further into the first trimester. And thankfully, when we went back for this ultrasound, they did see a tiny little baby with a heartbeat. So this baby is definitely our rainbow after the storm, our blessing. You know, God is so merciful. So we were just so, so excited. But yeah, we did wait quite a while before we told Colton or anybody else, just to make sure that everything was going to be okay with this pregnancy. But now here we are. I am going to be 24 weeks tomorrow, and we are pregnant with another little boy. So let me show you guys my bump because he's already getting pretty big. There he is. That's the baby. So we are so excited to be having another precious little boy joining our family on or around December 31st. So my due date is New Year's Eve. So we shall see if he comes closer to Christmas or in January. He could be a 2018 baby or a 2019 baby, depending on how cooperative he is. And his name is Camden. And we are just so, so thrilled and so excited and so thankful to the Lord for blessing us with this sweet little guy. And Colton is just over the moon excited. He's talking to my tummy all the time and giving Camden kisses, and it's been amazing. So this has just been a really special time for us, and of course really healing after such a rough patch last fall. And for some of you guys, this might not be news because I did announce on my Instagram, I think in July, end of July. So some of you guys probably already know that I am pregnant, but I definitely wanted to update everybody and just let you guys know kind of where we've been at for the last year, because it's almost been a year in September since the miscarriage. So yeah, it's been a lot in a 12-month span. So I'm just now starting to feel better with this pregnancy because I was really, really sick with Camden. Like super, super sick up until about, I would say 20 weeks. And I still have morning sickness now, but at least it's not lasting all day. So I've been kind of crawling back out of my hole slowly and starting to post more and be able to go out more and just like live. I'm finally getting back into the groove of things and getting really, really excited for this baby to come this winter. So I just wanted to share our joy with you guys, and thank you all so much for being here with me even when I wasn't uploading a ton. You guys are amazing. So that was my little update video, and I definitely hope to be back with more videos soon. You can let me know if you want updates on pregnancy. I'm definitely going to have some haul and decor type of videos coming up. You guys know that Fall and winter is my jam. I love the holidays, and so I'm always sharing lots of home decor videos around this time of year. So be sure to subscribe, sign up for notifications so that you can be notified when I upload a new video. I should be having a big home decor haul coming probably next week, I would say, once we get past this hurricane. Hopefully we don't lose power for a really long time, but I will definitely keep you guys updated over on Instagram, so check back over there. And thank you guys so much for watching and for your prayers and just for being here with me. I truly appreciate you all so much, and I love you. And until next time, guys, bye.